you are incredibly unimportant in the grand scheme of things. The root of this statement, now I'm not saying this to be rude, because this applies to me, to anyone watching this. I will explain how this really means you're actually important and significant for your environment. So there's this knowledge that all of us carry since we're kids. Not all of us, but most of us carry this knowledge that, those big people, big organizations, big teams, whatever, they couldn't care less if you live or die. Okay? This is not because okay, they don't care about you, but why is it that it's like this? It's because you're not in their way. You're not something they have to think about. And that's the thing. The thing is, you will always focus on what is in front of you. You will always solve what is in front of you, and you will always, it's a matter of choice. You will either actively keep seeking solutions to your problems, or you can do this in the form of experience, in the form of learning, in the form of studying, whatever, in the form of whatever you're doing, in the form of working, in the form of anything really. You can remain stagnant, or you can dive deeper into your misery if you are already miserable. And obviously it's all a matter of choice. The more I've thought about this concept, and this actually the what I dwelled on, the fact that we're totally unimportant to someone that is like, I don't know, famous or whatever. The more I've thought about it, they I'm not bashing them, I said that, but it makes your life more important that you're not that important. And you actually matter even more, because at the end of the day, it's you and anyone else you're thinking about on a daily basis, and anyone else that you are just aware is this big figure, and anyone else who is a random person on the street that will be solving problems which are a part of your life, like what you are actively choosing every day will be what you will eventually, like, you will create something out of it. You do not have to worry that much. It's because you can be absolutely miserable and negative, but you can also be very positive. You can be a realist. The thing is that this is something in us humans that can really like change. Like, there are so many things that are really hard to change, but I feel that when you have a strong like belief, when you have a very very strong faith in God and like the way that things work out, once you develop it, after you've done like enough of this, enough of analysis and just dread and existence crisis and existential crises. I that's what I wanted to say. After you've experienced so many things up here and here around you, you will find that if on the way you've had to develop some sort of faith or belief, and believe me, like everyone has to, even those people who just say, oh, nothing makes sense and my life is miserable, that's also a form of belief. Like when they say that their lives don't mean anything and that they are so insignificant and so whatever, that's their belief. So they're the only ones that actually believe their you know, it's basically that, it's basically them believing themselves, and they formed that belief, you know. What can you expect you um if you live a certain reality for too long, and it becomes this never-ending loop, and what can you expect when you never tried to change your belief? And even when you tried, you were like, when it something like goes wrong and you're like, oh, I knew this, I knew that nothing could be good for me. Of course nothing will be good if you do. You basically, you're telling yourself, okay, here's proof again, but why are you overlooking every time there was proof that God was working in your life? Because I know for me, God was always working in my life. God is still always working in my life. And I see so many beautiful things. And just one like minor thing or setback that I think is such a huge deal, and I make all of this like, oh, you know, God, I am so mad, and like, it's just, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, because if you've seen proof that God is working for you, and if you've seen proof that everything will be just the way it has to be, and if you truly believe that you are where you are meant to be, then you will always believe that. Like, it won't pass you by. Like, nothing can pass you by. It won't pass you by. Like, as long as you wake up every single day and you're here, you're here and you're doing something, you're actively doing something. And to go into something thinking this is going to be the same as the last time, nothing will pay off, and be honest with yourself. The last time when you went through something and you felt this never paid off, did it really not pay off, or are you just thinking that way because you only see the negative things and you're only focused on like the things that went bad? I know we tend to focus on the things that went bad. I know we tend to focus on the things that like destroyed us or whatever, but you know what? I'm not a victim. I am not a victim. Like, I just choose not to be. I'm not a victim. I'm literally so blessed. Every day God shows me, I'm blessing you, I'm blessing you, I'm blessing you, and I'll bless you even more. Every single day. with the existence of so many people in my life who care about me, who, when, like, when I know that when they say things, when they project like negativity onto me, and I can understand it, and I hate it, and I hate that I can understand it, because I know that they're dealing with their shit. Like, they're dealing with some pretty heavy stuff. And this is one of the reasons. And also another, but first this one of the reasons why I am so, like, firm on the belief that a human being is so valuable, that there's so much value in one single human being, is because we literally shift, we shift the course of stories, we shift the course, the narratives. We are incredibly important to any event shifting at any time, and God can do anything. Literally, through us, God can do anything, anything. And maybe that's the reason he created us. He can do anything, and he created you. Like, he created you. Isn't that, like, he could have done anything, but he decided to create you. That's really, really interesting. And I just, you know that you literally, you understand. Everything is so complex. But we cannot even imagine how complex and good it can get. Like, you, no matter if you're young, I'm speaking for myself here, I'm young, and my peers are young, and the people that, are a part of my life, they're young. And seeing any, like, traces or of negativity or, like, hatred in the people that I love, it gets so deep. Like, it cuts like a knife. And, like, I don't care, like, there are so many moments when I was like, okay, you should shut up now. You shouldn't let them see that you're this person that can be vulnerable. But everyone can be vulnerable. Everyone. And whether you're scared of it or not scared of it, it doesn't matter, because you are prone to vulnerability. You will always be prone. You can someday die, and you never gave in. You never, like, were compassionate and loving, and because you didn't want to get hurt. Okay, I get you. But your sensitivity and the fact that you're vulnerable can never be denied. And it's maybe you're the most selfish person in the world. Maybe you can be whatever, but you're vulnerable. I'll always have something to pick on. So you're vulnerable. Don't think you're not vulnerable. Yeah. This video went somewhere. I didn't really expect it to go. I'll end it here. But yeah, thank you for watching.